What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Major League Gaming Guild Wars 2 Invitational. We're about to get into Game 3 of Car Crash vs. Good Fights, and we've seen some crazy stuff. We saw really skillful play from Good Fights, a team not very well known, but really good plays against the dominant world winners so far. You know, Car Crash, they won the PAX Invitational, and we're trying to get CC back in the game here. Shawn, we're on Kylo once again. It's only the second match to kind of get back here. What do you see CC and Good Fights pulling out here?
You know what? I'm afraid to talk again because I kind of ate my words last game. Made a statement that, you know, Thieves do back capping better than Engineers, and 5-gauge absolutely proved me wrong. On this game, I want to say it again just because the mobility of this map, when you're able to portal up from the side points straight to Clock Tower, it's really, really great for a Thief, where Engineers don't really have that capability. But 5-gauge proved me wrong once. I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again.
Absolutely. Blue, you know, we saw 5-gauge as being so dominant. What sort of thing can CC pull out to sort of deal with what he's doing?
So obviously he was going for more of the side points, at least from what I was seeing that game. So definitely try to be navigating because he's going for those side points so much. I would say if they focus a little bit more on going for the mid fights, and then, you know, just in general, maybe if he does enter that mid fight, focusing him down as well, that could definitely be beneficial to their victory this game.
That's right. So we're still waiting on. I think Super is the only one left. We should go over Kylo a little bit more because this is a map that is it's kind of nuanced, I would say. So going into this, check this out. So, like we said before, we have the trebuchets in the side points here. These are the secondary objectives. But once we did see the trebuchets get destroyed, there are repair kits that spawn on this map that they spawn opposite, pretty much, of the catapult. So if you're on the red team, your catapult, your trebuchet repair kit will spawn right about here. I can't really. Let's draw it on the map. Well, your repair kit will spawn right there, and it'll be right here for blue team, so it really forces you guys to be super mobile and pull it all the way back to your trebuchet so you can repair that point and just keep that pressure up. And so going into this, we're going to see who can sort of deal with the treb pressure the best and who you can sort of put it on the best. I think that, you know, Good Fights, will they be able to take a 4-man fight with that man on the treb? Shawn, what do you think about that?
Sorry, I kind of focused on the game right now. I think Super is actually gone for about 10 to 20 minutes. His internet's out.
All right, well, we may have to see a 4v5, unfortunately. Actually, they have a sub. They can pull in the sub. Pull in the sub. All right. So, of course, in the event of this...
No.
What's up?
The team that has 5 members has the sub.
Oh, man, I jumped the gun on that one, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll see if CC has a sub. I believe we could help us out with that real fast. But, of course, this match will be played no matter what. Go ahead and tell us who's going to win. It's 78% of you guys say Car Crash is going to win, and we got 22% of you guys doing hashtag Good Fights. That's up 2% from last time. We did see that they Good Fights actually pulling ahead before any of the disconnects, before any of this. So I don't know. I still think that it's going to happen. Of course, we just saw. Thank you to Shinju and the Seeking Arrow. You guys are the most recent voters. You guys all have the chance of winning 800 gems right here and right now. They're pulling in their sub though, if I'm not mistaken. And this is going to be a really, really great match. Let's go over the roster for Good Fights though real fast. We got Forever Happy Kid, Wakey, Miniken, Genyon, and 5-gauge. 5-gauge though, this guy is a pro engineer for sure. He was able to just really have those combos on lock. Those wrench combos are not anything that I've really seen before, and I think they're just super interesting to just see how those skills interact with each other. Of course, on the side of Car Crash that are actually in the game, we have Waiting for Fangirls, which is also known as Mogwao. We have Lord Nagnag or Carl Kloburst, and Posey over here as well. I think Lady Nagnag is up. Lady Nagnag is in the spectator mode, just waiting. But pretty much we're just chilling here, waiting for this to happen. Blue, what are your sort of predictions for for things that CC can pull out in the event of another sort of beginning a slippery slope down to that loss there? Okay, I think we've lost our sound guy for a second. But that's okay. So Shawn, we're going to go into this match here. And we're seeing 77% go for Car Crash, 23 for Good Fights. Where do you stand? Where do you stand? Hashtag Car Crash, hashtag Good Fights.
We saw Car Crash have a dominant victory in game 1, and then we saw Good Fights do really good in game 2. If they get a sub too, I'm not really sure who I'd put my money on for Kylo.
Yep.
I'm excited to see some more 5-gauge action, man.
You know, I think 5-gauge, he really synergizes well with the rest of the team. Like, he's able to keep those back points, but then when he gets into those team fights, he's just doing better and better with those team fights. We're just again waiting on the sub from Team Car Crash to come in here.
Yeah, let me. Earlier in the game, the first game, VVV was playing, and they had the double engineer, and they had Steamhawk running a power engineer as well. When they had Quilja running the condition engineer. And the team comp didn't really seem to work out too well. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. They might have just got outplayed by Sync. Sync's a fantastic team. But Good Fights, they're doing really well with the Power Engineer. I don't know it's because if they have a Necromancer that's making it better. What do you think, Blue?
Apologies, I wasn't actually listening to that. I was trying to switch up the...
Yeah, no problem. I was just comparing VVV's double engineer comp with their power engineer to Good Fight's engineer comp with the power engineer as well as a necromancer instead of a condition engineer.
So taking a look at that, I do think that based on the performance at least here, I think the Good Fights is just a little bit better based on the way that just based off of purely player skill and the way that 5gh has been playing. I think that ends up working a little bit better just because of that.
Yeah, one thing, VVV, they just got a new player. That always makes it extremely hard. And they did have a Thief before. I definitely like the Thief play. I've kind of made it a little known how much I like Thieves in games.
Also to note, the combination with the Necromancer there as well, instead of just doubling up the engineers, you're going to have some multiple skills come in. That's not always the best thing. You can stack some pretty heavy condies. Like if it's 2 grenade kits, you can get a lot of chill on them, which is obviously a pretty beneficial condition there. But, stacking the 2 classes isn't always going to be the best thing, and having that variety through the 2 classes is obviously going to be beneficial as well.
Yeah, I think you're totally right there, Blue. Just having that variety. I mean, classes, they can do totally different things. Again, in this game, we're so lucky that we aren't stuck in total roles for each individual class. But that said, they all have different toolkits for different abilities and different roles. And having the diversity there will definitely help your team out. And we're seeing Good Fights kind of stack up for, I guess, a team picture here. Control move. If we can just come back to us for a second and just talk about this sort of thing. We are still waiting on the sub from Car Crash to come on. We are having a little bit of connection troubles with Super, the Car Crash's leader, which is unfortunate. They're one of the teams that they are the dominant team. They're the favorite to win this entire thing, and if they get knocked out due to lag issues, that's not very lucky at all. So, Shawn, we're waiting for this, but do we know who sort of CC can sort of sub in?
They're friends with a lot of people on the EU scene. Of course, they're all part of that VOTF World Guild, I believe. I'm not positive on that. I know Super is for sure.
I think they might actually bring someone in from VOTF. I think they mentioned something like that in the chat. English is a little broken, but I think they actually are trying to bring in a guildie from their larger GVG guild.
Yeah, I think Car Crash is if I'm not mistaken, they're part of VOTF, which is a World Guild. So it'd be interesting to see someone come in from that larger organization and see sort of how they deal with that sort of thing. But we're just waiting on that guy's apologies. We are seeing the longer we stay waiting for the sub, the higher Good Fights is getting on the Twitter poll, which is a very interesting correlation there to pull out.
I think some people are like, they're gonna 4v5. Maybe we should jump on the team that is 5.
Yeah. All right, so guys, we're gonna we need to throw to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna come back to a commercial screen, but we'll be back in about 3 minutes. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Major League Gaming Guild Wars 2 Invitational. We're back in Game 3 of Good Fights versus Car Crash. We're going straight into it to check out these splits. Unfortunately, Car Crash, they are down a man. They're not having a very good time with internet issues, but check out these splits, Shawn.
Yeah, so we have 5-gauge taken home, as well as waiting for Fangirl's Posey taken home. We got Wacky pushing into far. He's going to try and get him down. Lady Nag Nag opting to take on the Trebuchet. I think he actually just...
Yep, he's on the Trebuchet, but Genyan comes up to deal with him. He's going to be forced off here. He's having to deal with Genyan's pet as well, and he's going to be going in. He bashes Genyan, going to get in some damage before he goes away here. He may be forced to get off the Treb. We'll see if Genyan forces him back, or if Genyan gets stomped out here. I don't think it's going to happen right here, right that fast. Meanwhile, at the mid, though, Shawn, we have Ken going up against Lord Nag Nag, a Sanctuary coming out from, I think, yep, that was Ken who popped out that Sanctuary, able to keep Ken from coming in, but 5-gauge is here to deal with Lord Nag Nag as well.
Yeah, and the Guardians taking the Sword Shield on this map is really crucial, so they can teleport back up onto the midpoint if they got knocked down. Because Minican got that really good banish on to Lord Nag Nag, taking him all the way down the stairs, able to instantly teleport right back up with Flashing Blade.
Absolutely, Shawn. He's going to get up, but Posey is... Will he res? We'll have to see. Let's go in on Posey right now. Posey, no, he does get stomped out. The Shark Stomp goes through. The Forever Happy Kid is going to walk away from this. They're going to cap mid momentarily as Lord Nag Nag is down as well. If we go over to Mogwao over on the Windmill, he's having a tough time with the Wakey, and Blue Team is really spread out, really capitalizing on their numbers advantage. And there's a way for CC to come back, and that's just really heavy control and the ability to keep everyone up. But I think that Lady Nag Nag being close to the Trebuchet, bashing 5-gauge. If they can take 5-gauge out of the equation, that's just one step closer to them coming back.
Yep, and Wacky is going to be able to take that windmill right there. We got Posey pushing in to keep it neutralized. Not there in time to stop the stomp, though.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we are seeing 2 members of CC wipe now. Wakey's on mid. 5-gauge, though, he is down. Genyan is trying to resurrect. Here comes the Spirit of Nature Renewal. Will he use that cooldown or not? Sunspear going off. It looks like 5-gauge will definitely get up here, and he actually was being taken out by Lady Nag Nag, who is in return down, and she might... I don't know if they're going to bleed her out. I can't see anyone. No, there's no one attacking her. She'll res up through here, and they'll let her get up. Wakey, though, gets stomped on a Windmill.
Yep, so now Posey's going to be able to get that back right there. But with Good Fights having that mid on control, like we saw earlier, mid's so hard to pull back once you have that under control. So Car Crash is going to have a really hard time, especially 4v5, to try and get that move point back under their control.
That's right, but we did see the Basilisk Venom going in on 5-gauge, locking him down with enough time for to allow Lord Nag Nag and Lady Nag Nag to get up here. Lady Nag Nag is running interception on Forever Happy Kid, and Lord is just capping away. They'll actually get a 2-cap here as no one's pushing towards a Windmill. I don't know if Good Fights is going to be able to I think they're kind of underestimating Car Crash here because they are playing 4v5, but they're still Car Crash.
Yeah, absolutely. They're actually doing pretty well right here. Genyan getting res by Minican right off the side. They should be able to get right back on there. Car Crash was able to get the new, and they have Windmill. So they have the only source of point income right now. Wacky fighting Lord Nag Nag right there. 5-gauge coming in, putting a ton of damage. They're actually 3v1 right there for a second.
That's right, Shawn. It looks like Mogwao is going to get the stomp in on Genyan. No, he gets interrupted and dazed for a second, and looks like he's going to... Oh, no, he does get up just as the stomp was going to go through, and it looks like Posey's going down. If Posey can get res, they'll be just fine. It looks like Posey... Oh, no, he'll get stomped, and so will Lady Nag Nag. She's going... she actually won't get stomped. She's right in here, down, bleeding out. We'll have to see if she decides to get... No, the grenades from 5-gauge are going to poison her down, and she'll die momentarily. So Wakey grabbing a mansion, and Blue Team, they're probably going to grab mid very soon as they are now just stomping Mogwao. Let's see where Posey and Lord Nag Nag are rotating to. It looks like they are heading up towards towards Windmill rather, as they don't want to get an entire 3-cap here. They need these points, and they do have the ability to come back. They also have the ability for their sub to come back in this game at any point should they get the sub in.
Yeah, so Posey and Lord just pushing really hard in the windmill. 5-gauge coming along around the edge, and he's going to be able to put pressure on from range. He's tossing those grenades in there, trying to spread those conditions onto Posey.
Yep, and Posey, you know, he's stacking up lots of conditions, but he's able to transfer some of them, but he does go down. Forever Happy Kid's going in with a Plague Form Stomp, and oh my god, he gets Shadow Refuge last minute. Posey is still alive here. Lady Night trying to Shadow Res him, not able to do it. Will the Stomp go off once again? No, it's Lord Nag popping off that wave of light and pushing everybody back. Posey, though, is dead. Lord Nag is not dead yet, but he's going down momentarily, and this pet is going to do it. Forever Happy Kid's the only one left on the windmill with Lady Nag's body, and he'll begin capping it shortly.
So we have them trying to push into 3-cap right now. Wakey constantly fighting Posey over there, Magwell over there at Mansion. The Spirit Ranger versus Warrior, that's been a pretty popular matchup we've seen today, sir.
Yeah, you know, I think it's been a pretty even matchup as well. There's no determined winner just going into that, and you know, Magwell is able to keep himself alive here. He has a Spirit of Nature Renewal, which he'll probably pop once a 5-gauge starts wailing away on him, but they may just kill it there. Oh my god, he goes down. Will Spirit of Nature Renewal, is it still alive? Will it bring him up? No, he didn't. He wasn't able to trigger the skill in time, so he will get stomped by Wakey. Wakey going to be able to get Mansion right now.
Yeah, and 5-gauge being in the right spot in the right time pretty much every fight this map, able to really push between the side points and help when he's needed.
Blue team grabbed a capture point.
Absolutely. So let's check out Windmill, where the fight is going down. We do have Lord Nag going out here, and as well we do have Kinsuda throwing down that Ring of Warding, just really keeping everyone CC'd here. And I think, you know, they are putting a concerted effort here. The 3 of the 4 main members are here, and we do have Magwell, who's kind of playing the sides here. So really, this is going to be a fight that CC needs to take if they want to get points. I think that it's just a matter of time till like this 2-cap starts running away.
Yeah, they got 320 to 84 right now, and they're almost always at a 3-cap advantage. Again, this is one of the problems with 4v5. It's really, really hard to come back if you get put behind. You know, if you're ahead, sometimes you can hold on to a lead, but trying to come back can be extremely hard sometimes, especially on Kylo when you already lost midpoint.
Yeah, we're seeing Posey now. He popped in that play form, trying to save himself. Fortunately, not able to do so. Wakey gets feared away, but he'll be on his way back momentarily, and he's draining on Kinsuda right now. It's just a matter of time before Wakey just starts wailing down. So they're already calling GG right now. It's so unfortunate that CC had to go through with this. Just the internet issues, unfortunately, playing with lag. It's a terrible hand of cards that they got dealt.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the good things about having a sub on backup ready to go. Unfortunately, wasn't here for this game, and they did have to play this 4v5.
Yep, they are the honorable teams, however. They want to play to the end because they are just those types of stand-up guys. Lady Nag over here trying to do something really cute over on Windmill. Really, it's a matter of time. It's 417 to 84, the 3-cap. Lady Nag not going to be able to take out Wakey alone, but here comes Posey, and he gets both dazed momentarily, and they're going to be back in the fight now. Conditions are bleed and poison on Lady Nag. Looks like a lot more on Posey, and she's just a condition magnet, but she'll be cleansing it momentarily, and there it is. Pretty much everyone cleansed, but oh my god, Lord Nagnag's got boons and conditions for miles.
Yeah, that 84 to 448 right here, pretty much just an all-out team fight at Windmill right now.
Yeah, and you know, Lord Nagnag's going down, Wakey's going to do this. This team fight, you know, it's just a sad moment right now for CC to go out this way, and it's just extremely unfortunate. We're going to see GF take this. So, and I mean, game 1, we saw CC, they weren't exactly dominant, but they did a really great job. And now, with good fights taking game 3 here, we're going to see them move on to fight Denial in the semifinals. And the semifinal we have before that is going to be Sync versus FML, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Sync versus FML, and I'm really excited to see this comp. Sync running the same thing they were running at the PAX Invitational, and FML running a pretty awesome comp that I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out against Sync.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, Blue, was there much to say about that? It's just really unfortunate.
Unfortunately, it kind of is what it was there. It was a 4v5. There wasn't much that changed the outcome of that, unfortunately. So yeah, like I said, 4v5. There's not much to say there. Very unfortunate for CC. However, we hope to see them competing again in the future.
Yeah, well, we hope to see them here again at MLG. Shawn, you got any words on that last matchup? As a macro view, not on just that one game.
again, just proven 5-gauge proving that power engineers can play the same role as thieves. You know, thieves definitely have like a little bit more utility with stealth. Without running a bomb kit on an engineer, you can't really get any stealth off. But he was able to really perform well to be where he needed to be, and that was really fun for me to see. I'm a huge fan of power engineers again, and he played that extremely well.
Well, we're going to go into the first round of the semifinals, guys. We do have Sync going up against We Have No Creativity FML. It's going to be a best of 3 coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be giving away more copies of Guild Wars 2 and more gems coming up.